Hey guys, Super the Rager. Hope everyone had a fantastic day, and welcome finally to the Avengers Infinity War trailer. This is a thing. It's happening. Oh my god. So I went and saw Thor Ragnarok the other day, and that means that I am officially caught up on the MCU. Thor Ragnarok was the only one since it's so recent that I haven't actually watched it. So I think before Ragnarok was Doctor Strange, because in Doctor Strange they had the teaser where Thor met Doctor Strange and was drinking the beer, and then Thor Ragnarok happens, and then before Infinity War, we're gonna get Black Panther, and we're gonna get another Spider-Man, I think. It depends. I don't know what the schedule looks like before Infinity War, but I know for a fact Infinity War is happening on May 4th. That is when it's coming out, and they've officially released a trailer for it. So let's go ahead and check it out.
There was an idea
A little loud.
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
What?
To
Was
see
that,
if we
was that
could
Hulk at the
accomplish
Sanctum?
something more.
Is that Vision?
So when they needed us,
With Scarlet Witch?
we could fight the battle.
Hey, Thor!
That
Ooh,
they
Hulkbuster.
never could.
Why is she blonde now? Okay, so many questions. Yeah, I don't like this new opener, by the way, where they have, like, this... Like, it's alright, but, like, I like the old-style Marvel opener before, where it was just the words and, like, the comic book panels.
In time,
Ooh.
you will know what
Is that
it's like to
Iron Man, Hulk, and Doctor Strange in the same scene?
feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same.
That was the spider set. What is that? Okay, I'm gonna
Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Oh my god, it's actually good.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face.
Oh my god. Is that the Army?
Who the hell are you guys?
Oh! Okay. Okay, you may have noticed I had a smile on my face that whole time. I fanboyed so hard watching this. Okay, so alright, so oh my god, I gotta break this down. Holy shit. Holy shit, I've never actually done a trailer breakdown like this where every second of the trailer I have seen something that just makes me just go yee. Oh my god, okay. So let's take this slow. Let's figure out. So the whole time in this trailer, like for the first half, they're reciting what Nick Fury said in Avengers. Is it Age of Ultron? No, it was not Age of Ultron. It was the first Avengers movie. What's Avengers Age of Ultron? Was that it? No, because Ultron wasn't around. That was when Loki. That was just Avengers. And then there was Avengers Age of Ultron, and then there was Captain America Civil War, and then after that, yeah, okay. So, God, all right. So they're reciting. Each of them is saying a part of what Nick Fury told them after the attack on the Shield helicarrier. So I thought that was cool. That was a nice homage. So here's Tony, like death, destruction, and shit's happening. Okay, so this is Banner. But this is the interesting part. So, spoiler, if you guys haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, you really need to go see it because there's a lot in here that has to do with Thor Ragnarok. Because it sets up for the Avengers to meet Thanos and Thanos to come to Earth. Okay, so let's break it down here. Here's Bruce Banner, right? Okay, Bruce Banner, Hulk. No. So, spoiler, 3, 2, 1. I'm about to spoil Thor Ragnarok for you. Okay, so in Thor Ragnarok, Banner is not around. Hulk is. Hulk is on the planet with with not the Collector, but the Grandmaster and his on this junk planet where Thor ends up, right? After Hela comes and messes things up and basically takes over Asgard, Thor and Loki end up on this world, and Thor has to try and escape and get back to Asgard and stop his evil sister. So he meets he meets what he thinks is Bruce Banner as the Hulk on the trash planet, right? But it's not actually Banner. The Hulk is taking on his own personality in the MCU now, which has been a thing in the comics before, and in some of the other, in like the animated movie for Planet Hulk, Hulk was his own entity, and Hulk and Banner are two separate personalities. So before it was Banner would be Hulk, right? Banner would call on the power of the Hulk whenever he saw fit. But in Ragnarok, it was for like 3 years, or no, I'm sorry, 2 years. It was for like 2 years that Bruce Banner was completely out of the scene, and Hulk was just living as Hulk for 2 years straight. And in the end of Thor Ragnarok, he said that Banner said basically, if I turn into Hulk again, I might not be able to turn back into Banner. But now we see that that's not true. That the Hulk can let go and let Banner have his time. But now the question is, number one, Thor and the other Asgardians and Hulk and all them, they were on a ship and that was intercepted by Thanos' ship on the way to Earth. So if that's the case, how is Banner on Earth? And how is Banner here? You know, so because he thought the Hulk would just stop him. Even more importantly, he's here with Doctor Strange and Wong. And my God, I love seeing Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. It's fantastic. The cape, the Eye of Agamotto, everything. And shit is getting real when Doctor Strange, because in the Doctor Strange movie, he puts the Eye of Agamotto back where he got it, right? He puts it back on the little pedestal. Shit's getting serious when Doctor Strange is about to bust out time-manipulating artifacts, okay? It's about to get real. And look at his face. He looks to Wong, he's like, is that fucking Bruce Banner? What? He's like, who the fuck? Alright, so then we got some more here. So here's Scarlet Witch, and it looks like Scarlet Witch and Vision are now together. And it looks like they've sort of normalized Vision. So you can tell it's Vision because he has the Infinity Stone in his head. But it looks like Vision wanted to be with Scarlet Witch, and he used his morphic powers, which lets him bend the reality of his own body to look like whatever he wants, and that's how he got his cape. So he decided to just put skin on himself so they could be together. So it looks like Scarlet Witch and Vision are now a thing. Here's Thor. Now I don't know if he's standing on. Yeah, this doesn't look like his ship, and it doesn't look like Thanos' ship. This looks like the Guardian ship from Guardians of the Galaxy, this looks like a ship in that style. So he's probably for this whole trailer, this is probably him standing on the ship with the Guardians. So there's that. Then this is a cool juxtaposition. So we've got Bruce Banner with the Hulkbuster arm, right? And they seem to be running some kind of test on it or something. They got wires hooked up to it. But here's the interesting part. Notice his surroundings. Notice who he's talking to. I think he's talking to Black Panther. I don't know. Let's see. Is he? Who's he talking to? No, okay, it might be, yeah, because there's clearly a African American person back here, or just straight African because they're in Wakanda, and then we have her. So you got Bruce Banner with the Hulkbuster arm, and behind him is Wakanda. This is the nation of Wakanda, right? That's Black Panther's domain. So he's clearly going to be meeting Black Panther. Then we have, for some reason, Black Widow has gone blonde. I don't know if that was, because she went into hiding after Civil War, or, she just decided to change her hair color. She was sick of the red. Maybe the red reminded her too much of Banner. So it's going to be interesting, because Banner and Black Widow had a thing going on before Banner left, right? Or rather, before Hulk left. Banner didn't have a say in it, So, let's see. That's clearly... Yeah, so then we've got, the Marvel thing. Again, I don't like this new style. I mean, it's great. It's a great 21st century look for them, but I would have just preferred they stick to the normal, comic panels. So if you notice, see, you got, the normal comic panels, but then it immediately transitions into this. I don't like how Marvel's been doing the new intros for their movies, but it's only, a 5-second thing at the start of the movie, so it's not too big of a deal. It's just annoying to me. So here's clearly New York, right? You can actually see Stark Tower back here. So Stark Tower in the skyline of New York is awesome. So this is amazing because look what we have here. Can I like skip along? I can skip by 5-second interval. I can't skip by anything else. All right, we have Wong, Doctor Strange, Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, and Iron Man in a badass jacket, all together in the New York Sanctum. That alone makes this movie gonna be fucking awesome. Infinity War, the reason I'm so hyped for Infinity War is because it's finally like how they've had sort of the connections and the crossovers in the MCU. So they had first the movies were all kind of separate. So you had Iron Man and you had Captain America and you had Hulk. Well, Hulk didn't really have his own series in the MCU. He had the older series, which is weird. But basically you had everybody was separate, right? And then they slowly started crossing them over with the Avengers, and then with Doctor Strange had a bit with Thor, and now finally all these movies that have nothing to do with each other are being pulled together into one single film. Every single Avenger is going to be in this film. It's going to be amazing. This got me giddy though. Watch this. Look at his hair. Did you fucking see that? You can, like, they went for it. They said, screw it. He has the Spidey sense. We're going to show what the Spidey sense looks like. And it's just the hair stands up on his arm. Fantastic.
You're right.
Alright, so then there's this big thing in the sky. That looks like some kind of, like, portal device. So that's probably, like, something that's going to, like, open up and let Thanos through. So it's kind of like the portal that was opened with the Tesseract. Yeah, this looks to be some sort of big, like, device. So clearly it's already hurt part of the city. Part of the city's already been destroyed by this thing. Iron Man, as you can see, is rocking the arc reactor in his chest, but that's like the new triangle version when he created the new element. That's cool. So I don't know who's stepping through here. This looks like Black Panther's getup. This looks very similar to Black Panther. But if you notice what they're wearing, this woman looks like an Asgardian. Her robes are very Asgardian. So this could be... I think it's Loki, actually. It might be Loki. I don't know. It's hard to tell because they switch so fast. This might be just Loki stepping over all his dead friends. And then here's the Tesseract. So this is why I said that Thor Ragnarok has to do a lot with this scene. This is important because in Thor Ragnarok, Loki was going to get like this helm that was going to create this big beast and destroy Asgard and kill Hela, right? That was the whole point. Loki was actually saving the day for once. Until this, where Loki went and grabbed the Tesseract, right? Which is one of the Infinity Stones. So obviously Loki, who had worked for Thanos before, right? When he tried to take, when Loki came in the first Avengers movie and tried to take over Earth, he was working for Thanos. Now I don't know who plays Thanos. I think I'm gonna look that up real quick. Let me see who plays Thanos. Thanos actor. Let's see. Who is playing Thanos? I want to know this. I want to know. Josh Brolin. Really? I would not expect him to be a good Thanos, but he might pull it off. He's a decent actor, but I'm not sure about Thanos, because Thanos is like a demeaning sort of like demanding dictator type character. He thinks himself a god because he hasn't run into anybody who is strong enough to actually contend with him. So that's interesting. Let's see here. So then there's the Spider-Man. This is the new suit in Spider-Man Homecoming. So in that, Tony shows off a brand new like super high-tech suit that he was gonna give him, but Spider-Man was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go back to being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man for a while." And there's that. This is a really cool looking suit. I like this style of suit because it seems like it looks like an Iron Man suit, but with a skin of Spider-Man over it. You can tell that Tony Stark designed this suit. You know, it's got the Tony Stark feel to it. So then there's Thor. This part flashed by really quick. I didn't even notice it the first time. So Thor is inside some big machine, it looks like. So maybe this is some kind of machine that's sucking out the energy of a sun, or maybe it's the engine of a ship. And he's like, holding on. And this is actually kind of not remnant. What's the word I'm looking for? What is the... I can't think of the word. It is not relevant. It is reminiscent. That's the word I'm looking for. God, my brain. It's reminiscent of Spider-Man Homecoming. So there's a lot of back and forth. In Spider-Man Homecoming, you saw Spider-Man holding the fairy together with his arms. That was in the trailer. It's like, he's like pulling, trying to hold it together. And so Thor is doing the same thing. He's trying to, pull this shit apart and trying to hold it together. And then, who the fuck is this? I have no idea who this character is. It got like a black face, and could this be Vulture? No, definitely not Vulture. Some kind of space person. Looks like it's with Thanos, like whoever this is. I don't know who they are. Then there's a silhouetted figure here who catches the spear that I guess the other character threw. Now, I don't know who this is. And then we have Black Panther here. Obviously in Wakanda. Get this man a shield. Yeah. And so Captain America. I think Captain America was the guy silhouetted that somebody threw a spear at. And then he looks like dead inside. Like, this is an interesting look for Captain America. I don't know if it's just this scene or if he's going to have this sort of expression the entire movie, but he looks mature. He doesn't look like the naive, I'm going to save the world, I am the captain, and I'm the leader of the team, and, we're going to be the good guys sort of Captain America. It seems like he's finally accepted reality, and after what happened with S.H.I.E.L.D. turning out to be Hydra, it's like, nothing is sacred, right? And so Captain America seems to have, like, gone off, and since he's been an enemy of the state, he's had no friends, no nothing, and he's probably seen a lot of bad shit that he just can't help because he doesn't have his shield or anything anymore. So that could be cool. And then Scarlet Witch is actually surprised to see him. And then we have Tony coming in with the new and improved Hulkbuster. So this is a slightly altered version of the Hulkbuster, still kind of the same. And then we have Scarlet fighting somebody. Not Scarlet, I'm sorry. Black Widow is fighting somebody here. She's stabbing somebody. From the way this looks, the gilded lines here, it looks like she's stabbing Loki. She might be, but then again, Loki's a trickster, so that's probably just like one of his clones, and he's gonna make them think he's dead because he pulled that crap in Thor: Dark World as well, where you thought he was dead, but he wasn't. And then here's Doctor Strange. Okay, so it looks like there's an invasion. Like, well, obviously there's an invasion, but it looks like this is how they're doing their invasion. They're dropping in all the, like, I don't think it's the Chitauri. I think it's like a more badass version of the Chitauri. So then there's Black Panther here beating the shit out of an alien. And then Thanos has a hold of Spider-Man, which, as you know, is, like, crazy to think of because Spider-Man was the one that could stop Bucky's, like, vibranium or adamantium arm, whatever it was, and he stopped his arm dead. So Spider-Man's strong, and Thanos can still throw him to the ground like it's nothing. Then again, he's also a kid, so I don't know. Tony Stark looking very worried here, so yeah, Vision, dead as hell. Vision is going to die. I mean, it's Infinity War. A lot of people are going to die, right? So it looks like... Now, I don't know if he can survive without the gem, though. But I find it interesting that he goes to snatching this one, right? So if we go back, he's grabbing the Infinity Stone out of there, but then he's got the blue one. The blue one is from the Tesseract. The yellow one was from Loki's scepter. So why it doesn't show him putting the yellow one in, maybe they didn't want to confirm the death of Vision yet, I'm not sure. And then we get all the way... Right, and then we got another updated suit. So it seems like Tony keeps improving his suits off camera. So he's just been making them sleeker, more slick, better armor. Or maybe these are just his badass suits that he knew would have to fight Thanos one day. Okay, so here we see that Thanos only has 2 of the 5 Infinity Stones that he needs in order to wield the, I believe they call it the Infinity Gauntlet, or the Chaos Gauntlet, something like that. And basically, from what I know of this, now I'm not a comic book reader, so I wouldn't know too much about this, but from what I gather, Thanos needs the 5 Infinity Stones, and the purple one he already has. How the fuck does he have the purple one, though? Because the Guardians... Oh, no, that's right, because the Guardians... I thought the Guardians had a hold of it, but in the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, they actually give it to the Nova Corps. So Thanos has gone through the Nova Corps already. So he's gone and slaughtered the Nova Corps and taken the purple one. We saw that he's taking Vision, so he's going to have 3 of 5 already. And then there's 2 more, which I don't know where they come from. I'm not sure which ones are which. But, yeah. So I think what it is he gets all 5 of them, puts them in the gauntlet, and that like basically is going to make him a god or just give him so much power, like he can just wield, like he can screw with physics basically, and nobody can stop him. This is a cool juxtaposition as well. You've got the Winter Soldier here. You got Bucky clearly with a big badass gun and everything, and then you've got all the Wakandans with vibranium armor and spears, and that is cool as hell. And I think the best part is like this scene is so much better lit than in Justice League. And what I mean by that is in Justice League, they had a similar scene where two big armies clashed. But it was just this giant CGI mess that you saw from the sky, and it was dark and dreary. But yeah, it looks like this is the Wakandan army led by Black Panther. Oh shit, here's Falcon right here. Just about to come in and mess shit up. You could actually see Tony and the Hulkbuster over here just bashing shit. Let's see. So who else can we see in this scene? So yeah, he's coming in with his guns. And then we've got this massive army of, like, it's not even an army, it's a horde. It's a horde of alien creatures. And then we've got the Wakandans easily matching their numbers. Like, you know, you want to go? Let's go. And they're about to just throw fucking down. It's going to be amazing. And the whole charge is led by, so let's see. We have Black Panther here, obviously. I think that might be Black Panther's sister or cousin or something. I don't know. I haven't seen Black Panther yet because I don't think it's even out yet. So we'll have to wait and see about that. And then there's Captain America here. No shield, however, which is strange. Maybe because his arms look thicker, maybe they gave him, like, gauntlets instead of a shield this time, because the shield probably would weigh him down. I don't know. So we have War Machine, right? Rhodes coming in from the left here, and then we got Falcon up here. We've got the Hulk, you know, is full beast mode. I'm wondering, where is Iron Man during this? Is he off fighting Thanos, maybe? Because his Hulkbuster is the only thing strong enough. Because if it's strong enough to stop the Hulk, it must be strong enough to stop Thanos, you know? And then we had an extra little bit here at the end. Avengers, like Marvel, they always like to do this, the little tease at the end. So here's Thor. I hate that he lost an eye. I really don't like that aesthetic for Chris Evans? No, Chris Evans is Captain America. Chris Hemsworth is Thor. And then you keep going. It's like, so who are you guys? And the Guardians of the Galaxy with teenage Groot, which is cool. So we've seen adult Groot and we've seen baby Groot. But now we get to see teenage Groot. And it's great. So we have all the Guardians here. So they're going to come and kick Thanos' ass too. Well, more likely they'll probably get their asses kicked right along with everybody else. So yeah, super fucking stoked. That's much I can break it down. I don't think there's really anything else I saw that was insanely cool, other than the fact that it is Avengers, it is Infinity War. So yeah, I mean, first off, right off the bat, we know Vision's gonna eat it. And we know that probably a lot of other people are gonna eat it too, because it's Infinity War, and if they follow the comic storyline, what I know about Infinity War, from the comics at least, I haven't read the comics, but I've seen like summaries of how Infinity War went down. And according to them, Infinity War in the comics was basically Thanos comes to Earth, completes the gauntlet, kills all the Avengers. I'm talking everybody from Iron Man to Ant-Man, right? Everybody's dead. Even the Guardians are dead. And Doctor Strange is basically the only one left because he's the only one like that can bend reality and shit. And like Thanos basically can't touch him because he's the greatest sorcerer in the universe. And he does something. I think he like oh no! I remember where one of the stones is. The Eye of Agamemnon is actually, or not Agamotto. The Eye of Agamotto is actually one of the Infinity Stones, and that's a reason that Thanos came to Earth, was to get that. So Doctor Strange, from what I understanding, like screws with time or something, and basically doesn't really reset the clock, but he like goes to a parallel universe, which we've already seen is possible because in Doctor Strange, in his own movie, they showed him going from different places in the multiverse. So there is he seeks out a different version of Earth in a different reality. And so basically his timeline is screwed, but he goes to a different alternate timeline, and he shows up as like, dudes, you know, Thanos, this is going to be a guy that's going to come after us. We have to be ready this time. I've seen all of you die, and I don't want to see that again. So it could be interesting. I don't know. I don't know if like Vision, they might skew the storyline from the comics, though. I don't know, because they showed Thanos on Vision. Where was the thing where Thanos was taking Vision's Infinity Stone? Was it here? Yeah. So they showed that obviously Thanos is here. He's on Vision, and he's taking his stone. And that stone is everything that Vision is, or at least we think it is. So Vision might still be alive, just not have his like little blaster headgear thing anymore and lose some of his powers, or he might die completely. But we see him, but we don't really get a confirmation that he's dead. We don't see Vision like explode into dust or anything. We just see somebody is messing with him. So it could be that Captain America or somebody comes up and knocks Thanos off of him and saves Vision for a little bit, and then they all go out in the big fight at the end against the army in Wakanda. But actually, I just thought of something. Hold on. So if we notice, we have this big fight in Wakanda. Iron Man isn't there, but we saw him in an earlier scene, right? So in the scene where they're leading the charge, right? Here, we don't see Iron Man here, but we saw Iron Man earlier in that fight. Right here, we see Iron Man's over here beating some ass. So if we go back a bit, though, so these seem to be out of chronological. These might be out of chronological order. It could be that it could be that Iron Man was there and was helping them, and this is after the fight. So this could be like Iron Man gets taken out, like one of his Hulkbuster arms gets ripped off or something, or basically he gets swarmed, right? And Iron Man's suit gets messed up and he has to get out of the Hulkbuster and go do something else, and he has to like fall back to the city or something. And that's why the other Avengers lead the charge against the army and continue the fight there. And then maybe this is later on, and he's talking to someone. I still don't know. I don't think this is Black Panther from the way it looks. I don't think Black Panther has like elbow pads and armor on the side and everything. I think his look is a little more streamlined. So I think he might be Bruce Banner might be talking to Black Widow. So they might be like, "Hey, awkward, been away for 2 years," sort of thing. I don't know. Anyway, I've been rambling about this for 30 minutes. I can't believe it. So Infinity War, it's happening. It is actually happening. And I am so freaking stoked. I just want to see this scene again, because this is a nice picture. Like, oh my god, because you guys don't understand. I love Doctor Strange, and I love Tony Stark, and I want to see Doctor Strange just, like, talk down to all the Avengers, because there's literally nothing the Avengers could do to touch Doctor Strange. He's that powerful. He bends reality to his will with the flick of his wrist. It's great. But yeah, I'm super stoked for Infinity War. I hope you guys are as well, and I can't wait for all the string of Marvel movies. Marvel has been absolutely killing it with their cinematic universe. I can't think of a single thing in the MCU that is bad or that I hate so much that it ruins the movie. Like, there are little things here and there that I would have done differently, but that's just me. I'm by nature a very critical person, and there's certain things I just don't like ever. So, but bravo to Marvel. You guys are nailing your cinematic universe. It's great. I'm interested to see what happens after Infinity War. So after Infinity War, what happens? You know, can we continue the MCU? Are all these guys going to be dead? Is Doctor Strange going to go to a different reality? Like, is it going to follow the comics? Is it going to split from the comics? Is it going to be sort of, up in the air? I don't know. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then do the usual. Like, subscribe, check out my streams. Go watch Thor, Ragnarok, Doctor Strange, all the Marvel movies again, because they're fantastic. And I will see you guys in the next video. Reaper the Ranger, signing off.